good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Once Upon a Game, Season 3, Episode 6. We are playing some Mars Colony. It's a role-playing game for 2 players about personal failure and government. So,
It's
should
life.
be fun. That is life in a nutshell right there, if I've ever heard a definition of life. So, we're gonna try to explore what Mars Colony is about. I've never played this game, neither has my guest here. But today on Once Upon a Game, we're gonna do it live. We're gonna show you that story games should not be feared. We should always endeavor to understand, and we're gonna do that live together. So we're gonna learn and we're gonna play Mars Colony together tonight. Okay, so Golden, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, Eric.
Yeah, I'm so happy to have you. So happy that we're doing this. So let's I'm looking for anything around Mars. Okay, a lot of cool
On
facts
page
about Mars.
16. It looks like there are 9 turns. We'll each take a turn leading the colony. There's several stages. I'm on stage 3. Stage 1. We decide what we fear about our government position in our current country. Stage 2 is picking different modern political parties from around the globe. And stage 3 is choosing a character for each of the major organizations, which I think are parties. That's where I'm still reading.
Okay. I see I'm going to need some of the stuff from the back of the book, like the political parties.
I haven't looked at that yet.
Okay.
I think there's going to be something with like an organization structure, like a relationship chart back there. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, there is. There's a couple.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to import that.
It looks like they've named most of the characters already.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be role playing a story as it is, as it's already established previously. Cool, dude! I can't believe we're doing this live. This is awesome.
Hey.
51.
I love learning as I go.
Yeah. Typically, I can give a spiel about a game and tell you what it's about, but today, all I know is that this game involves 2 players, something to do with a Martian colony and politics, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, we can play the news network. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I got the Earth Coalition, News Network Corp, the Mayor's Office, and the Colony Council are things I got here.
So it feels like we're going to just basically be playing Alpha Centauri.
Yeah, I see that. That's a really good, and I think that's a very apt analogy there.
But where are the mind worms? I haven't found the mind worms yet.
I don't think. Yeah.
Maybe they're in an appendix.
I think the game's lacking a little bit in the mind worm department.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's. Let's see.
Okay.
Layer. So there's Kelly Perkins. And what else do we need?
You get the little red tokens.
Oh, yeah, we'll just do red squares.
Sure. It says put all 9 tokens in the circle labeled administration on the character worksheet. The contempt.
You mean admiration?
Huh? Yeah, admiration. The contempt and deception circles are empty to start with the game.
Got it. Okay, so there's probably 9 tokens for 9 turns, right?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I played a game before.
Now, talking about the Savior, I think the Savior is one of us. Like,
it is. It's an alternate
it?
role. I can tell you from the introduction there's 2 roles here. One of them plays Kelly Perkins, and the other person plays the Savior.
No, it says Kelly Perkins is the Savior.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, you are right.
Right.
So here are the 2 roles, okay? It's on page 8. Mars Colonies is designed for 2 players. One player, called the Savior, takes on the role of the story's main character, Kelly Perkins. Okay? Kelly can be male or female. Kelly must cope with the fact that they're not necessarily the best person for the job, despite enormous expectations. The other player plays the Governor, and they're in charge of all other characters. They may include government officials, colony citizens, criminals, freedom fighters, etc. Both players may invoke elements of the setting, including the Martian landscape, weather, colony technology, and political climate.
For a moment there, I was thinking that we'd both be playing Kelly, but like in a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of way.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's going to be kind of like a one-player government kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool. When Kelly's plans work, she will help lift the cup. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to do 9. So you're going to have the player who plays Kelly is going to have 9 attempts. Okay. 3. So stage 1. Here we go. The players each generate 3 fear cards, taking 3 index cards. Each player secretly writes one thing on each card that he fears about his real-life government. The players each randomly turn one card face up in the middle of the table. They shuffle the remaining cards together and set the combined stack next to the 2 face-up cards. Oh, so we can
So there are
make a
7.
table.
There are 7 of these stages, and I think we can just go through them one at a time together.
Yeah, well, let's do this together. Let's just do stage 1 together here.
Okay.
So we're gonna need 6 statements.
All right.
3 apiece, and if we're doing 3 apiece, we should just have a table, and it should just be like a roll table. So like 1 through 6,
Okay.
right?
No, it doesn't need to be secret. Okay. Yeah, let's just
we
do a
just won't do
table.
it secret. If you want, we can alternate.
Sure.
So it's not.
My greatest dislike about our current government is the power of the agencies.
Wait.
So
This is supposed to be a fear about real life government.
yeah.
Okay.
So the way our government is right now is that we have lots of different agencies in our government which actually have their own laws and their own courts, and they're basically unregulated except by the Constitution.
So what do you
Just right
extrajudiciary?
Yeah, extrajudiciary agencies. Put that down.
Government agencies is what I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, extrajudiciary government agencies. Yeah, the ability for like people to basically police themselves, or like follow different laws.
Well, no,
They're not beholden to law, like every single law. Is that what you mean?
the government has split itself up into different agencies, which are not ruled by a central body of laws.
I'm still not following, man.
Okay, like the IRS, right?
Yeah.
The IRS doesn't follow laws written by Congress.
Yes, they do.
Kind of, they do. But if you get in trouble with the IRS, you don't go to federal court. You go to IRS court.
Okay.
You don't. You're not tried by constitutional rules. You're tried by IRS law.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's
I know
it's
what you
like
mean now.
that for many different kinds of agencies.
Yeah, it's
like a proliferation of
regulations.
agencies.
Yeah, it's not a law. It's like regulation in court. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like the idea that these agencies like get out of control, and they don't even have to follow the Constitution anymore, is frightening.
Sure. My fear is xenophobia is law, is mandatory, right? My big fear would be mandatory, mandatory registrations of anybody who's not heterosexual. right?
Okay.
How about like something like that, right? Like just something like ridiculous, or registering that you're transgendered so you can use a bathroom, right? Or
Yeah, that's
something
pretty.
like that would be something that would be kind of topical. So like xenophobia, just
Sure.
fear. When that
Fear
becomes a
of-
law, fuck that shit. So that's something I'm afraid of.
What else is there?
It's your turn to come up with
Yeah,
something.
I was thinking, man. Like normally, like if you sit me down and like let's complain about the government. Got so many things to complain about.
Yeah.
Put me on the spot though, and it's like, everything is okay. Isn't that how life is? That's how bad things happen. You put yourself on the spot, and all of a sudden, it's really not that bad. I'd say like universal law, the idea that one body of law applies to everyone equally, and there's no difference in the law made depending on like your location or your financial state or your being discriminated against.
Oh, it's like like the letter of the law. Kind of like how the beauty, like the French saying for like the beauty of the law against vagrancy and sleeping under the bridges is that it affects poor and rich alike. Yeah.
It doesn't.
I know. Well, that's the point, right?
But that's the idea. That's what I don't like about.
Yeah, is that what do you call it? What do you call that? Like bluntness of the law? Wide reaching. No, that's not the word. Like it's a blunt instrument, right?
Sure. The law is a blunt instrument.
But I know how it's applied to everybody.
Universally.
Yeah. How laws are bluntly applied to everyone. Circumstance aside.
To a certain degree, it's required, but this is about taking it to the extreme.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is all things that are taken to the extreme. Something to me would be something I'm afraid of the government is I'm going to say something like lobbying, I think.
Oh, yeah. Lobbying is a huge problem. That's one of the things I was thinking about.
Lobbying versus voice of the constituency. I can't spell.
It's alright. CONSTITUANCY. Might be another T in there, actually.
No, you got it. It's two. There's two T's. That's what I was missing. All right, back to you for your last one, and then it's to me.
Let's see here. Let's say foreign influence. Like in real life, I'm not too worried about this. It's perfect for Mars Colony.
Oh yeah, sure.
Like Earth rule is like,
but secretly China pulls all the strings.
or actually does hold all the strings, or
Yeah. Oh yeah, just that kind of shit.
as we go along, like Martian people might want more independence from Earth.
Yeah. Something that pisses me off, I'm trying to think of a way to phrase it, is when people deliberately mess with good working things to prove because they have an agenda. Like if I believe in small government, regardless of how good this thing is running, this whatever program it is, I don't care. I will purposely defund it to the point where they can't do stuff properly. So then I say that because they can't do stuff properly, it should be defunded even more. I guess what I want to say is
It's called partisan politics.
Yeah, winning, like, my party is more important than the greater good, right? Than what I'm trying to represent. You know, I guess pettiness? I'm trying to think of a word. I guess, extreme partisan politics, I would just say, I think. But yeah, whatever that is. And the same thing is, like, I want to fund something even though it's not worth funding because it's not a good program. Right.
Oh, it's part of our platform.
We have to. Exactly. Right.
We have to
subsidize. Yeah, we have to subsidize corn or whatever. Sure.
Even though it clearly doesn't work, we have to.
Yeah.
Keep on the party line.
Yeah. So
and if it is working, and it's not on our party line, that's a problem.
Yeah. So those are the big things that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're on stage 2. I think.
All right, stage 2. Stage 2 is easier.
The players collaboratively choose 2 to 4 political parties from the modern times. These political parties will form the basis for the fictional political parties. Choosing more parties will result in a more complicated situation. Players may choose any political party from around the globe. One player records each of the chosen parties on the political party list as the guide.
Well, let's pick our parties first.
Okay.
I feel like I really want to see the Chinese Communist Party.
Okay. Oh, so guide's an option that's listed here on the PDF.
Oh.
One player records each of the chosen parties on the political party list as the guide to one of the 4 fictional parties.
Oh, okay. So they're color coded.
Oh, so each party, so the game of Mars Colony, it has the red party, the blue party, the yellow party, green party, always. But the guide is the name of the touchstone. It's a touchstone, not a guide, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it's.
Yeah, I get this.
It's giving shape. It's like So like the cup to the water of the.
Which party do you want? What colored party do you want the Communist Party to be?
Let's say yellow.
Awesome. Communist Party. I'm gonna put Communist Party China.
I'm thinking of like different, like revolutionary parties, or could be interesting. I'm not sure how familiar are you with like Islamic jihadist parties and stuff like that.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
You can just make. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from making one up. Yeah, I don't care.
All right, let's write down anarchist party.
If you wanted to, okay. Well, that's not making something up. That's an actual party. Were you talking about doing something to the effect of like a theocratic party, of like what's it called? What's the name of the Sharia law kind of thing? Is that what you want?
Yeah, we could do something like that.
Sorry, I was still caught up on what would the Islamic party, like extremist party would be, and it's like, well, we just wrote that down, it would be fine, right?
Yeah,
but then you said anarchist party. Do you want an anarchist party?
Yeah, let's say. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not like deliberately choosing one particular anarchist party. I'm just saying, and as in a general ethos, they want anarchy.
Okay, so which party should that go under?
Let's put that under blue.
Okay. Anarchists. Okay. So I was thinking, shit. I really want to see that religious party. I think I want to do that one.
I was thinking like maybe the Shinto party, or like something like from Japan about.
No, I'll just say nature. I'll just say Islamic theocracy.
Okay.
party. And they're going to be the red party.
Okay.
And the green party should be the party of big business. I don't care, like greed at any cost kind of thing.
Hell Energy Party.
Yeah.
All right.
What's their guide here? The current Republican Party?
Yeah, sure. Or we can say libertarians.
Yeah. I'll put Republican, Libertarian, pro-business. Because that's the most important part.
I kind of have an axe to grind right now against libertarians. So let's do that.
Don't we all, my friend? Don't we all? So we need to fill in a single bubble for each party. We need to choose whether these parties are fringe, minority, or dominant.
Okay, so for each of them, does it matter?
No, I don't. It doesn't tell you that one has to be one of each. It's totally up to you.
Okay. Doesn't have to be corresponding to modern ones.
No.
All right.
We got some free reign up in here.
I say the communists should be big.
Okay.
And I think I want the anarchists to be probably fringe.
Okay.
I would say probably
I want the theocracy to be minority.
Yeah.
And I want business
sense.
to be dominant.
All right, so we have two dominant parties and a minority party and a fringe party. Sounds good.
Yeah. So the book takes care to describe what this means for each of these.
Oh, where's that?
This is page 13. The players fill in a single bubble. The players need not choose the bubble that accurately describes the dominance of the corresponding modern political party. They should only concern themselves with how they wish to portray the fictional party on Mars.
Right.
Okay. So now, the governor chooses one character from each of the four major organizations on the organizational map. So I guess we have to choose who's going to be the governor and who's going to be the savior.
I don't really care. You want to flip for it?
Yeah, let's roll for it. What do you want, high or low?
I'll be high.
All right, and what are you calling for?
I'll call for the governor.
All right, I'm the governor.
All right. I am the savior. You can't trust me as the savior, people.
Yeah. I implicitly
right now, I'm gonna fail.
But for the record, I implicitly didn't say it. But what I meant by high or low would be that the loser gets their choice.
Oh, okay.
And I'm choosing governor.
Yep.
So, stage 3. The governor chooses one character from each of the four major organizations listed on the organizational map. The governor chooses a fictional political party and records the party name underneath the character. I have to do this for each person? No way. No way. Chooses. Oh, stage 3, page 13, bottom of page 13.
Oh, I mean, did you make a new roll 20?
The governor. Oh yeah. Oh shit! I never sent you the link, did I?
No, I mean, I just see all of a sudden I'm alone in the House of Reeds. There you
go. I sent it to you. There.
Okay.
Join up, Commander.
All right. We covered a crucible.
You in on this? Alright, you're almost in on this. The governor. Okay, so the governor chooses one character from each of the four major organizations listed on the organization map. Okay. So we choose one character from each of the four organizations.
Okay, we both do, or you do?
No, the governor does.
Yeah. Oh, nice. This is looking sweet.
The savior places online tokens on a circle named Admiration. Okay, so you can start working on that. The mayor's office is the executive branch of the colony government. Major Yang was the first mayor elected by the colony citizens. Yang's predecessor was installed by the Earth Coalition. Yang maintains a full staff. Okay, cool. The colony council. The council is the colony's legislative branch. are responsible for passing local laws. There are 5 council members. Each member is elected and represented by the 5 colony districts. Okay, cool. News Corp. It's the only major news source. Network has many employees. Earth Coalition. It's Earth nations that sponsored it. Okay. Cool. The governors choose 1 character from each of the 4 listed. For each, I choose a political party. So the mayor is the mayor of pro-business. So I'm going to put business.
Oh, and Eric, can you make me GM?
I think that requires me to get out of the game and promote you.
No, you can just click on the link you sent me, and it'll open a new tab. But yeah, I can't actually click on anything because of Roll20 not wanting to share.
I also have everything in the map view, but there you go. You've been promoted to GM, so now you might have to reload.
Yep, I do. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Sorry about that.
No problem.
So, Major Yang is going to be business. He's all about that business. The network chief is going to be... The news network chief is going to be a theocrat. The Earth Coalition president is going to be... Do I have to deliberately select one of each? Or can I... each character... No, it doesn't say I do. Good. The Earth Coalition is also going to be business. And there's going to be a council member as a communist. I'm going to pick Zhang as a communist. There we go. Theodore Thistle, a theocrat. That's right. Okay. Done. Done stage 3, I think. Yes. Alright, now we're on to stage 4 of the game for the setup. The savior places all 9 tokens. Have you already done that?
Yep.
Fantastic. When Kelly arrives on Mars, she's loved by all. As the game progresses, she may lose her flawless reputation. Stage 5. The savior chooses a fictional political party for Kelly Perkins.
Okay.
You mark this under the affiliation tab.
Let's go with communist.
Yeah.
Alright, maybe I should actually put yellow party. There we go. Alright, what else?
I'm actually going to shift everything over in an extreme amount of annoyingness.
Oh.
So people can see our pretty faces. There. Fixed it. Alright. So you just selected the person, right?
The person? What?
You just selected the...
I selected the party.
Yeah, you selected the party. That's what I meant. Okay. So it's tough to read a game for the first time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's stage 5. Now I generate a sympathy. Sympathy is another character located on Mars with whom Kelly has a strong connection. Saver either chooses or rolls for a random element from both of the following columns. And the columns are relationship.
Oh, that's awesome.
Complication.
No pressure here.
I think it's going to be a child, but I'm going to roll for the complication.
Okay.
So I roll 1d6. A 3 is substantial debt or wealth.
What the hell did this child do?
I think this child is going to be like super wealthy. It's like
Oh, it's a trust fund baby?
it's a trust fund baby.
He's an earth fund baby?
Yeah.
Is
Like,
he like
maybe-
the culmination of like all of the wealth of one like country?
It's like maybe at some point, like when people were buying, parts of Mars, this family had like an eighth of Mars, and then when they bought it back, when they bought that eighth of Mars from them, all this wealth got pushed down one kid.
It's like it's like the Waltons, right? It's like the Walmart family.
Oh, I don't know that story.
Okay. The quick sum of it is that the guy who made Walmart was this super nice guy, and then his children all came into power and just turned it into like a maximize shareholder value kind of group.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I heard the original guy.
The guy's like a billionaire and lived in like a tiny house in Arkansas, and then all his kids were like, "Oh well, we have all this money, so we're just gonna be super rich and be the rich people."
Yeah. So yeah, we got the super rich brat whose parents may or may not have been killed by revolutionaries. We'll find out.
We'll see on Mars Colony.
Let's see, was their parents loved or hated? All right, so we should define their names, situation, and location on Mars. Okay. Is there a map of Mars that comes with this game?
No.
All right, I'm going to Google a map of Mars because there are some nice names for stuff on Mars.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's like I always love like how they name things on different planets and.
That's true. That's true.
I love it. It's one of my favorite
the fucking
things.
Sea of Tranquility.
Yeah.
Like that's literally a fantasy map. Like there's a fantasy map name right there. They also grab a really good like Latin and Spanish names. I think there's a couple like really good Spanish sounding names.
Like there's Arcadia, Planatia.
I mean, or just maybe it's just Latin. I don't know.
Dedelia, Planum. Ooh.
Olympus Mons.
Oh, everyone knows Olympus Mons. Gotta be.
Okay. Oh, okay. We can't be that cool. It's only just we're the first established colony on Mars, but we can't have the Olympus Mars. Okay.
No.
You have the map from the.
Here's one that's easy to read. Let's see here. I'll link it to you. The National Geographic Mars reference. Ooh.
Oh wow, this is literally what I think that's like what's his name did for Life on Mars. Ross Common.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Did you
all these planes.
Did we select the 3 colony health markers?
Oh no, we didn't.
Yeah, we gotta do that. Players collaboratively choose 3 colony health markers from the following list. Each marker represents a serious threat to the colony's stability. Oh, this is kind of like the Quiet Year, I think, scarcities.
Okay.
The Savior should record each choice on the character worksheet. So we have a big, huge list here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, minus 5, maybe. 20. We have about 20 options here. Including like atmosphere, disease, sanitation, healthcare, education, crime, labor, transportation, social unrest, gravity, radiation, others.
Where are you reading? Oh, okay. Stage 7. Next stage.
Yeah, page 18.
Okay.
We have to collaboratively choose 3. I want corruption to be a thing.
Sure. So I put that colony health marker. Oops, that's not right. Undo. Okay, undo doesn't always work. Alright, so corruption. Hmm. I like communication.
Okay.
It's so weird for us to think that, with our global cell phone network, that there might be places you can't instantly talk to, but
Right?
maybe they don't have like a ubiquitous satellite network.
Dude, on my I have about a 30-minute commute to work. Right, I take 2 buses. There is a section of one of the buses that I take. Fucking, it's a 2-minute dead zone. I don't know why. I don't know how. I think it might be because there's like planes that go near a lake, and I think it might be because of like radio tower kind of stuff. But there's a spanse of space here on 10th Ave in Seattle. No, it's down to it's super like urban suburban in downtown Seattle, where it's just no cell phone service, zero. Right. Not even data, not even regular service. It just goes out and then it comes back every time without fail.
I know Chicago used to have those problems.
So
they had to build like 2 antennas per block.
Wow.
Because just the physics of cell phone towers in the city are very complicated.
If you watch Person of Interest, that's the spot to go to if machines take over. Oh. Hear that, Golden? Right. Feels like I might be safe. I might just have to run down there.
Huh? Oh, in my fall shelter?
Yeah.
Hey, it's pretty good here.
Okay. What's our third one gonna be?
I think it's gotta be dust.
Yeah, cool. I was gonna say something physical. I was thinking gravity, but dust works well.
Yeah. And dust can be pretty much anything on Mars.
Yeah. So, health markers are intentionally vague. Therefore, players should briefly discuss how they plan to interpret each choice in play. I don't even know what the health markers say. Health and lies. Oh, they're intentionally vague because we have to discuss how we interpret them.
Yeah, what is corruption? What's communication? Yeah. So, like I said, communication is... They just don't have a global communication satellite array. And there's probably not hard lines in between all the different cities on the Mars surface.
Yeah.
There's probably lots of frontier towns that are isolated little bubbles, and they get their news from just people driving in.
Like really old school.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I think corruption would take the form of bribery, for the most part. I think it's just a matter of people. Oh, I like the idea. People don't get paid enough. Yeah, this is how they justify it, because it's all business, right?
Right.
It's not. It's called. I mean, it's corruption, right? Don't get me wrong. It's corruption, but the idea is that you basically work for tips.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a service-based thing, so you have to pay extra. It ultimately turns into it's like a regulatory captured tipping service. So you basically, in order to get a driver's license, you will have to tip the tester, right? Just to get your name on the list to have your test.
Is it a form of institutionalized bribery?
That's when I think of corruption. When I think of corruption, it's because people don't get paid enough because it's supposed to be mega competitive, and so they make it up by bribery. And the idea is that you pay people.
So you're not just talking about bribing government. You're talking about bribing literally everything. You would bribe the guy at Burger King.
No, I don't want to. I mean, maybe I'd rather see that through play, but I think mostly for the government, the way the government works. If you need to go to the Home Depot and you need a guy to sign off on building your new insulated wall, right? you're going to have to pay for that guy to come out to see you. Otherwise, you're going to be on a waiting list for you're at the bottom of the rung because you didn't pay. Right.
So is it that it's actually not paying government workers a living wage, or is it just that it's not a competitive wage?
It's both, right?
No, like a living wage would be like, okay, I can take the money that I am given by the government for my job, and I can feed myself, live in a house, get health care. Like competitive wage would be like, but I'm this brilliant social planner. Like I can go to work for the corporation, get
it's the first. It's the first. It's the first.
Yeah. Okay. So they literally cannot feed themselves unless they take these bribes.
Yeah, I like the idea. Yeah, I like that. But I'm willing to let it change and play if it needs to. I'm not particularly beholden to any one way or the other.
Well, maybe if we pass the right laws, we can resolve this issue.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we're ready to finally begin play.
Well, there's also dust.
That's right, dust. Sandstorms.
Is the storms literally physically destroying the colonies?
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's do.
We all saw The Martian, right?
No, I haven't. I didn't see that.
Okay, there was a Martian giant sandstorm, and I'm not going to spoil the movie for you, but that's the reason why he's stranded. And it's like, have you ever been pressure washed by sand? Because that's what this shit does. It's like a sand tornado.
I've been in a few sandstorms out west. Yeah. Yeah,
it's super windy. 100 knots, and just sand blowing everywhere. It's real bad, and it really, really messes up electronic equipment and radio stuff. Which is maybe why it ties into communications. Why communications are so bad.
Yeah. Is it radioactive dust?
No, it's just regular old dust.
Is it like dust from mining operations, or it's just Martian dust?
It's Martian dust. I like the idea though that mining operations make it worse, like a sort of Dust Bowl scenario. Is that what you're thinking? Yeah, I'm cool with that.
There's no ground cover on Mars already, so it's already just constant Dust Bowl. But
yeah, all right, let's do it. Of course,
everything makes it worse. Everything makes it worse.
All right, we're good. Let's begin play now.
Okay.
So the Savior. So this is page 23. The Savior opens play by narrating a vignette that introduces Kelly Perkins. The Savior should establish Kelly's background, qualifications, and relationship with the Earth Coalition. Remember that Kelly was chosen by the Earth Coalition above all other people to remedy the colony's problems. After the opening vignette, there are 3 types of scenes that may occur in any order during play.
Okay, let's do the opening vignette. So we see Kelly, and she's getting off this corporate shuttle from the Martian Mining Corporation, and she gets out on this podium. The shuttle comes down, it lands on this grand stage, and there's 10,000 people there, and they're all wearing these plastic jumpsuits because it's the future,
of course,
and they're wearing bubbles around their heads, glass spheres, so that they can breathe because there's not enough atmosphere. And Kelly's also there. She's dressed in some kind of jumpsuit, but has a skirt, and she has the bubble helmet too. And you can see her hair is it's blonde and it's in curls. And so she goes up to the podium and she gives this speech. She says, "The people on Earth want you to know that Martian lives matter. And we have spent the last year debating the best way to solve their problem. And I have been chosen by the Earth Coalition to implement these plans and bring prosperity and freedom to the people of Mars." And everyone cheers. And I think we see this great party get thrown, and at the end, Kelly is on the corner of a street, right, with a couple of bags and a bus ticket and some keys to like an apartment somewhere.
Okay.
She doesn't even have anything to eat for dinner. But we see her, get to the apartment, and she unpacks, and she has like this digital corgi, and it like appears like in a hologram when she's inside, and it yips and it barks and it runs around the room, and she laughs and pets it, and then she starts like hanging these diplomas on the wall, and she's got like multiple PhDs and it's that thing, psychohistory and government law and humanitarian.
Like classical literature, like futuristic classical literature.
Yeah, sure. She have a degree. She has like every degree.
Yeah. Man,